Good morning, students. Okay, we are seeing chapter 4, carbon and its compound. What is the symbol of carbon? It is C. And what is the valency of carbon? It is 4. We have seen in the last class, and we have discussed about the carbon compounds, why they form a covalent bond, not ionic bond. So these are the things we have seen in the last class. Today we are going to discuss about the covalent bonds formed by other compounds. For example, hydrogen. Okay, what is the symbol of hydrogen? It is H. It is the first element, you know. What is the atomic number? It is 1. Atomic number is 1. Okay. And what is the valency of this? It needs one more electron to complete the octet. That is here for K-shell there is an exception, only 2 electrons is necessary. So here it needs one more electron to have a bond and to satisfy the K-shell. So what it will do? Hydrogen, okay, and another hydrogen. Both have how many electrons? We know that it has only one in the K-shell. Another hydrogen also have the same thing. So they will share its electron. So this hydrogen will share the electron of this hydrogen, and this hydrogen will be sharing the electron of this one. Now you see how many electrons are present in this? It has 2, and it will be similar to helium. So in order to fill the first shell, how many electrons needed? 2 electrons are needed. So in order to satisfy that, they share its electron and they will form a single bond. One single bond, okay. In order to have a bond, they need 2 electrons. How many electrons they need for a single bond? 2 electrons. Okay. Now the hydrogen and hydrogen, they have shared its 1 electron from other atom. So this hydrogen atom is sharing with this hydrogen atom, and it is forming one bond. This is called as single bond, and otherwise we can call it as covalent bond. Okay, sharing of electron, if it takes place, mutual sharing. I am giving one, you also give one. So both are sharing each 1 electron, and it is forming a single bond, and the molecule formed is hydrogen molecule. You know this? This is a molecule of element, and it has 2. It resembles helium. So the first shell can have only 2. Others all we know that it should have 8 electrons. So the bond between hydrogen and hydrogen is 1 single bond, and it can be called as covalent bond. Why it is called covalent bond? Here sharing of electron takes place. It is also sharing 1 electron. This is also. So this is called mutual sharing of electrons. Shall we see the next structure? Yes. This is the first example, and we have seen only single bond. The next one is oxygen. Okay, what is the symbol for oxygen? It is O. So we are first seeing molecule of elements. You know that the bond between similar elements are called as molecule of elements. So now we are going to see, first we have seen hydrogen is bonded with another hydrogen atom. Now oxygen is going to bond with another oxygen and form a molecule. Okay, first for that we should know oxygen symbol. Atomic number is what? Atomic number is 6. How the electrons will be split? K shell to L shell. Sorry. The atomic number is 8. Okay, they have the outermost shell 6. Okay, and what will be the number of electron in the outermost shell? It has 6, and valency will be, what is the valency? How we can determine it? So 8 minus 6, the valency is 2. So oxygen symbol is O, atomic number is 8, okay, and the electrons are split. The electronic distribution is 2, 6, and in order to, this is the outermost shell, it needs 2 more electrons to become like what? neon, 2,8. So the valency is 2. Similarly, another oxygen will have same. Okay, now we are going to see the dot structure. Okay, what is dot structure? Now I have drawn, no? So using dot, I am representing the electrons present in the outermost. Need not to worry about the innermost. We have seen now 2,6. So oxygen has how many electrons in the outermost shell? It has 6. How many it need? 2. Okay, I have drawn for one oxygen. Now we are going to see the bond between oxygen molecule. First we have seen hydrogen. Now we are going to see oxygen molecule. Okay. So how many electrons it have in the outermost shell? Don't consider the innermost. Outermost only we need for bonding. Already I have told you, no? Chemical bonding is based on the electrons gaining or losing its electron or sharing its electron in the outermost shell only. It's important. So now 2,6. 6 is the outermost shell. It has 6 electron in the outermost shell L. Okay. Another oxygen also will have how many electrons? Similarly 2,6. So we have to consider only the outermost shell. So I have drawn how many electrons? Okay, now 6 electrons I have drawn. How many more it need? It needs 2 more electrons to become like a neon. So oxygen is now it has 2,6 Kl. It needs 2 more electrons so that it becomes like 2,8 neon. In order to become like noble gas, inert gas configuration, it needs 2 more electrons. So it will be sharing its 2 electrons. Okay, I am also sharing 2. You also share 2. Like that they have mutual understanding and the electrons are shared between 2 atoms. Okay, that is 2 each. So what will be the bond then? It will have 2 bonds because 2 electrons, another 2 electrons. So how many electrons? See, you should not draw the bonds while doing the dot structure. Bond, if they ask now, you should draw separately. This is the thing it is sharing and this is the dot structure I have drawn before that. And 2 bonds will be formed between the oxygen molecule. So it is 2 single covalent bond is otherwise said as double bond. This double bond. Okay. And this is covalent bond. It has 2 covalent bond. It is double bond. Okay. Let us see nitrogen molecule. Nitrogen. Okay. What is the symbol of nitrogen? N. What is the number of electrons it has? 7 electrons. It is split into 2,5. Another nitrogen also will have the same. What is the valency? 3. They need 3 electrons. So what they will be doing now? Nitrogen, another nitrogen. It has how many? 5. Okay. Instead of dot, you can use this symbol also. So they have 5 electrons each in the outermost shell. So we have to consider that, and it will be forming a bond between 2 nitrogen. This is the dot structure. Now you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here for this nitrogen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the way they share. Equally they are sharing. I am giving 3, you also give 3. So mutual sharing of electrons takes place and they form here nitrogen and nitrogen will form triple bond. What bond? Triple bond. Hydrogen single bond, oxygen double bond, nitrogen triple bond. Okay, so like this, if it is sharing 3 electron each, it becomes 6 electron. 6 electron will form triple bond. Okay, the same nitrogen when it is, now we have seen the molecule of elements. Now we are going to see molecule of compound. Okay, NH3, the same nitrogen. And we know that how much it has. Now, just now we have seen 5 electrons in the outermost shell. And hydrogen will have one, but here it has 3 hydrogen, so 3 hydrogen will have each one. So I have differentiated, this is electron of nitrogen, this is electron of hydrogen. Here it has 5, it needs 3, so it shares its electron with 3 hydrogen and becomes, okay, it becomes 8. And similarly, if you see this hydrogen, it will share 1 from nitrogen. So it becomes 2 and nitrogen becomes 8. And when you see here, it will be forming a single bond with each hydrogen. Okay, this is the bond. It will form only single covalent bonds. Okay, then we can draw similarly for CH4. How many carbons? This carbon has 4. Okay, 4 is the valency. So 4 electrons it has. It will be sharing with 4 hydrogen. Each will be contributing 1 electrons. So this becomes 2. It will become like helium. And hydrogen will be now 2, similar to helium. Oxygen, this carbon, you see, carbon it already has 4. Now altogether it becomes 8. So this is the way they share their electrons and fulfill the configuration of noble gases. So this is called as dot structure. Only the outermost electron you should draw, and how it is sharing, according to that you have to see it. Okay, this is the thing we have seen. So I have recapitulated covalent bonds, how they form, we have seen. Some more examples will be seen here. And what are allotropes? See, allotropes are the same elements, okay, will have same chemical property but different physical properties. What are allotropes? Allotropes have same chemical property. See, they have same content, the chemical components, okay. Same chemical properties or components, but different physical property. What is physical property? Already you know, color change, shape, size, texture, all these things changes, no? That is called chemical properties. So allotropes are the substances which have same chemical substance properties, and they have different physical properties. Now in this lesson we are dealing about carbon. So the carbon, how they have allotropes? They have we are going to see 3 allotropes. One is diamond, another one is graphite, and one more is fullerene. See, all have carbon, okay, so they have same chemical component but they have different physical properties. When you see diamond, what is the color? It will be transparent white. Then here it is, graphite is grayish black. Fullerene also it will be different color. So now they have different properties. We will be dealing with the difference between these things and what are they. So they will be differing in the physical property. Okay, now we are going to see the difference between diamond. First I will say about diamond, and then we will be seeing about the graphite. Okay, diamond will be occurring in free state. We can artificially also make diamond. Then they will be very hardest substance in the world is diamond. They are very hard. Then they are bad conductor of electricity, and they are transparent in nature. The density is high. The melting point also high. Okay. So diamond exists in free state. It is hardest. It is a bad conductor of heat and electricity. and the appearance is transparent. Density is high, 3.5 gram per centimeter cube. Melting point also it is high. Okay. The structure will be, see, this one carbon will have a bond with 4 carbon. See, the carbon is bonded with another 4 carbon. So it will be satisfying or not? Now the balance is satisfied. Like that, again it goes on. So one carbon will have a bond with 4 other carbon. So they are 3-dimensional. So they are 3-dimensional, and the structure is called as tetrahedral. Tetrahedral in structure. Okay, they will be bonded with 4 carbon atom, and they are not reactive. They are not reactive. Then we are going to see about graphite. See, graphite also exists in free state. Okay, they are soft in nature. You know the pencil tip, it is made up of graphite. It can be broken. So they are soft, whereas diamond is hardest. Okay, then they are good conductor of electricity. See, non-metal will not conduct electricity. Only graphite will be a good conductor of electricity. It is used as electrodes. Okay. Then they are opaque. It will be not transparent. Opposite is opaque. We cannot see the material. Then they have less density comparing to diamond. That has 3.5. Here it has 2 to 2.5 gram per centimeter cube. That is the density. So comparing to diamond, it has less density. They have low melting point. That's why they are used in the electrolyte. And they are 2-dimensional. See that diamond will be bonding with other 4 carbon, but here it will be bonding with another 3 carbon. So it will be hexagonal. When you see, it will be having a layers. That's why we are breaking. It is easily breakable. It is called hexagonal. 6 sides. So when you see, one carbon will be bonded to 1, okay, 2, 3. Okay, one more it will be having weak bond. That is called weak bond. So it will be in a hexagonal array. We can easily break. That's why they are layered in nature. But diamond will be strong. They have 4 bonds. They are 3-dimensional. So they will be fixed strong. Here it is in layers. So easily we can break. It is hexagonal in structure. Then it is reactive. Okay. We have seen 2 allotropes in this class. We will be seeing the next one more allotrope in the next session. So we have seen how the covalent bonds are formed. The covalent bonds are formed by the mutual sharing of electrons. If you give one, I will give one. Like that, they will share its electron. They will not completely transfer. They will share the electron. And while drawing the dot structure, we should consider only the outermost shell electrons, and we can denote the dot structure. Then we have seen the 2 types of allotropes. Allotropes you have seen, it has same chemical properties but different physical properties. In that we have dealt today 2, diamond and graphite. Which is the hardest? Diamond. Which one is the soft? Graphite. Okay, they have different characters. I have told you. If you can, you can frame up difference between them. So these are the homeworks. So the last week I have class I didn't give homework. So these are the homework. Please write and submit it. Thank you.